why do some organizations and companies even exist? Why do you exist? That may be a complex question to answer right now, but in this video, I'm sharing 3 tips on putting why in you, on putting a why in you. On a personal level, clarifying the why to what you do and how you do enriches the foundation for how you live. Equally, from an organizational perspective, centralizing the why in what you do and how you do as a company synergizes the individual aspirations, ambitions, and or endeavors of team members. Ultimately, this why centralization enriches the foundation for how you and how your company lives in the minds of your stakeholders. Imagine, it's story time now. Imagine once upon a time, a faith-based company envisioned a society where individuals recognize and receive the transformative love of God, to live an intentioned life of authentic success and transformative impact. However, every day this company only used this vision to direct strategic decision-making and team synergy without a verified mission or verified set of values. One day in the second year of the company's existence, the entrepreneurial leader of the faith-based company questioned, is my company living good in the mind of our stakeholders, or could it live greater? The first strategy for living greater through putting the why in you is see yourself, see your worth. Assess who you are and evaluate your worth in your team. But to know your worth in your team, you have to know your team too. But who are you? What forms of power characterize your leadership or your influence? Position power through your position or level, or emergent power through your likability or personality? What personality types characterize your approach to engagement, productivity, or profitability? Similarly, who is your team? What are their personality types? Do you have a large team of extroverts or introverts with a preference for intuition or feeling or thinking or sensing or judging? Do your team members, your teammates, your subordinates, your followers, do they think based off of theory, or do they have a feeling? Do they make decisions based off of a heart or empathy? What characterizes those relationships though? Do your employees or team members need you to emphasize task-oriented instructions or relationship-oriented communication? Seeing yourself and seeing your team is paramount to connection. In Brene Brown's 2010 TED Talk, the researcher and storyteller shared that for connection to happen, you have to be seen, completely seen. When we are informed on our collaborative composition through authenticity, awareness, and vulnerability, we are able to mobilize joy, love, creativity, and belonging. Brown also stated in that same TED Talk that connection is why we're here. It gives meaning and purpose in our lives. Returning to this imagined faith-based company, because the entrepreneurial leader questioned the vitality of himself and his company, he enhanced opportunities for functional positioning, communicating, and collaborating. With this, he was able to now address his company's purpose and his company's mission. The second strategy for living greater through putting the why in you is to know what you want and do what you want. There could be an infinite amount of ways to do something, but as an entrepreneurial leader, identifying or verifying exactly what you want to do can catalyze the tasks that you want done. For instance, back to our imagined company, developed a mission to support their vision. That's what they did, which is to encourage, enrich, and empower individuals, organizations, and entities through catalyzing ideas, imparting values, and elevating worth. Although this mission is detailed, the stakeholders of this company may want more directivity and specificity towards the types of individuals, the types of organizations, or the types of entities that the company serves. Clarifying the wants of the company to then catalyze the doings that complement the wants can heighten the happiness within yourself and within your team. In a 2011 TED Talk, The Happiness Advantage, linking positive brain to performance, reports of research assert the brain at positive performs significantly better than it does at negative, neutral, or stressed. By verifying a directed and specific mission that generates happiness within the leader and the team, intelligence, creativity, and energy rise. Now, because our imagined company assessed the vitality of the company and the directivity and specificity, sometimes that word can be confusing, but because they were able to recognize the importance and the role of those various things and its impact on generating happiness towards a mission, that same entrepreneurial leader may now consider informatively how he'd want to fulfill the company's purpose. The third strategy for living greater through putting the why in you is to input the output. Essentially, input the values and the qualities that you'd want reciprocated to yourself, to your company, and even to your stakeholders. Nevertheless, the interpretations of such inputs or values stem from a spectrum of emotions associated with those values. As the world increasingly emphasizes global connectivity, emotional intelligence is important. Dr. Carrie A. Crown states the definitions of emotional intelligence focuses on the recognition and understanding of emotions not only in oneself, but in others as well, as an ability to effectively use this emotional information in thought process and appropriate actions. Inputting that organizational output desired requires informed relationships with team members and collaborators. Concludingly, with our imagined entrepreneur applying the strategies of seeing yourself, seeing your worth, knowing what you want, doing what you want, and inputting the output, our imagined company can mobilize its mission, its vision, and values to magnetize individuals' aspirations, ambitions, and actions to a central purpose. Ultimately, I've learned doing life or doing business with the why in you would justify why others want to invest in you.